Hello everybody, and what is going on? So today we are gonna get creative. I'm probably gonna add some text on each of these fingers just to make the editing process a little bit harder. So yeah, today we're gonna get a little bit more creative. I know recently there's been a lot of hype over customizing your trainers, customizing your sneakers, especially with the whole Off-White Nike collab. Customizing your shoes, drawing on your shoes has never been bigger. So quick story, once upon a time I went to Crep City, I think it was a couple of years ago now. There was a bargain bin that was selling trainers for £10 and I saw a pair of Beat Air Force Ones in a size 8 because I'm a size 8. I've been holding on to them ever since and I haven't really done much to them. Fast forward a few months later, I saw those ASAP Bari Air Forces that he drew all over and I thought, you know what, yeah, that looks sick. I wish I had a pair of Air Forces I could afford to mess up. Oh wait. The stars have aligned, today is our day. And fast forward back to now. So yeah, I'm going to be drawing all over these Air Force Ones. Even if they turn out bad, it's not going to be that much of a loss because I only spent £10 on these. These are a little bit beat as well. I'll just give you a quick close-up. You can see it's yellowing a little bit. You can tell it's been used. You can see the creases. You can tell its age, like rings on a tree. There's a few scuffs, but I've done what I can with these. I've ironed out some of the creases, and I'll be honest with you, these did look a lot worse before I got hold of them. So in my personal opinion, I think these sneakers are just about ready to get drawn on and to experience the next phase of their lives. So for these shoes, I'm going to be using Sharpie permanent markers, but we're not going to be using just the standard dead colors of black, red and blue, possibly green sometimes, because you know what we went and did. Hold tight the 24 pack, 24 pens, ultimate length. Of course it had to be 80s glam. Look at all those colors. I will leave a link in the description down below to where you can buy these Sharpies if you intend on doing something similar yourself. And I'm also going to change the laces to a nice red as well. Mad. So yeah, the reason why I wanted to do this so bad is that I've always wanted to customize a pair of sneakers. I'm not very good at art or drawing or anything like that, but when I saw the ASAPs and they were just doodles all over a shoe but still look sick, I thought, you know what, yeah, this has paved the way. So this is what we're going to be doing today. No long ting. Also, I haven't planned exactly what I'm going to be doing to these shoes, like what I'm going to be writing on there. I've got a rough sort of theme. For those of you who frequent my videos will know that I've released a song a couple of months ago under the alias Ken Kayo. The song was called Cthulhu. So I'm going to interpret some of that work into these shoes and just in general, just what I'm about. I want these shoes to be a representation of me. So like if I was a pair of Air Force Ones, this is what I'd look like. To be fair, they're already battered and creased, so we're halfway there. But if you feel that you need to plan yours out a little bit more before you start going have at it at a shoe, I do suggest having your ideas down on paper first. I have put a link in the description down below of a template of a pair of Air Force Ones where you can just print out and practice having a go or planning your actual designs. However, for me, my personal creative process is a little more learn on the job, so I haven't planned any of this out. So enough with the waffle, let's ruin a pair of Air Force Ones.
Who is Cthulhu? An elitist writer, trapped in a cycle of an all-nighter, destined to die by slow suicide by the spark of a lighter, embodied as a hunter, hit it with a hit combo with a rich man's taste of the pauper's hunger. Demon math, I'm 670 when I ran up the numbers. Maths and science, eat with gluttonous giants, then have drinks with devils and demons. Heathens don't belong in my region, you gotta conform to my church to be in my legion. Hold tight celibate guys who claim that he can't be beaten when it's descending season, cause I'm going in harder than Mark Wright going in Keegan. I pick and mix my overflowing list of characteristics. I'm a sadistic, egotistic, addicted, blue-blooded misfit. Tongue-twisted, dim-wit, this Brit kid does sick shit. My mixtape's in transit, so fireflies in the M6. All I have are hungry pauper dreams of hitting the rich list, but all I'm getting are tidbits, doing my sets for biscuits. Dumb and dumber up and comers, bang beats and hang hits. When smart man get ignored and miscalled and dismissed, I set fire.
So we've just finished customizing our Air Force Ones with a bunch of Sharpies. I will be perfectly honest with you, I started this at about 2 o'clock. It is now 9 o'clock in the evening, and for some strange reason I thought that this would only take like an hour or two. I have no idea what reasoning I had for that. It was just like, yeah, no, it would only take a couple of hours, no long ting. Very, very long ting. But look at my hands, look how creative those hands look. It looks like I've had a very exciting night with Pennywise. Mad. The paper that we used as well came out quite funny. Look at that. We've got some doodles, a bit of writing, all the pen marks needed to make these shoes a reality. This will actually make very good shoebox paper, so that's what I'm going to use it for now. Mad. Okay, so let's dive on these shoes. So the first side that we started on was the right side. So this side was actually the very first side that I started on. I had no idea how I wanted these shoes to look. Just a sort of rough idea that they would be inspired by the ASAP Mob and the Off-White Nike collab. sort of. So with these shoes, I wanted to express a little bit of my personality. So here we have the word sick, looking very sick. I blacked out this panel here because I made a few mistakes. I had no idea what I wanted to put there, but I ended up making so many mistakes that I had to black up the whole panel. But it's kind of got this vlone thing going on, which is quite funky. And on this side, I've got like a demonic Cthulhu eye that says "Who is Cthulhu?" all looking very, very wavy. And on the other side here, we have one hard bar as a sword eye saber, but it's very illegible. You can't actually read it. Again, another mistake, but you know, like imperfection is kind of a running theme with this shoe. So back to the shoe, one hard bar as a sword eye saber, a couple of sharpie marks there. We've got this green theme going on in the middle panel here, and on the end panel we've got sort of that ink blob test thing going on here. Again, this is just the byproduct of a mistake, but I think it turned into something pretty cool. It transformed itself, it evolved. Now it's ink blobs. Mad. And on the front end we have kick off because it kicks off. And on the front here we've got devils and demons because I used a lot of reference and inspiration from my song Cthulhu, so there'll be a lot of phrases from that in these shoes, so much that I'm going to name these shoes the Ken Kaio Air Force Ones. And on the back end we've got 666 because I'm edgy, quotation marks on the air because now I can say Off-White inspired. Got to get that clickbait in. We've got Kaio on the back there because I got an idea brewing, a couple of stars, and sign it with Sickmate. So this is the right shoe. Took me a very long time to produce this shoe. Bun that shoe. Let's talk about the left shoe now. This particular shoe. So the first thing that I did with this shoe was the back panel, rich man's taste with the pauper's hunger. I thought that was a very important bar in the song. The middle panel here was mainly focused on the colors. At this point I figured out that if I put Sharpie on my fingers and then wiped it on my shoe, you get this ink blob effect, which I thought was really cool. We've got XXX there because edgy, gun fingers. Ken was here and a spider's web because I've seen a lot of these shoes and they all contain spider's web simply because it's like the easiest thing to do. So it's just there. And moving towards the toe box, we have some Sailor Moon inspired art here. You have Luna's crescent. Don't know who Luna is. It's a cat, and of course in the name of the moon is something Sailor Moon says in the show. I put this in the shoe because I wanted the shoe to represent me, Sailor Moon, and anime in general. You know, it plays a part in my life. I'm not going to deep it too much, but it's there for cultural reference. And on the front end of the shoe we've got Badman, not because I think I'm a bad man, roadman, whatever man. It's more inspired by Vegeta's pink shirt in Dragon Ball Z. It says Badman on the back and I just thought that was super funny, low-key iconic. So it had to go on the front of the shoe with pink undertones. If you get the reference, you get the reference. And on the front of the shoe as well we've got gluttonous giants because in the song Cthulhu, eat with gluttonous giants is a bar, so I'll put it in there as well. We've got Slooshy here, which is another alias I go by when I constantly don't want to be sick, mate. So on this side of the shoe here we've got another illegible bit of text that says monsters hide inside, which again is a bar from the song. Monsters hide inside of my lyrics. There's never been a creature that I can't capture. Mad, mad, mad. Gun fingers. In the middle here we've got some light-hearted depressive stuff. The abyss. Hey there demons, it's me, your boy. A couple of eyes looking into the abyss. Very, very bleak stuff. And we've got powers, a little bit of a chain link going on there, a little bit of swag. And on the back here we've got Ken. Didn't want to put quotation marks on this one, we put them in brackets because maybe that can be a new trend. Maybe I can be the new Virgil. Say no more, fam, say no more. The skull and the crown and a Sickmate signature, I suppose, I don't know. But it's all there. So I'm officially calling these the Air Force One Ken Kaios. I'll be perfectly honest with you, I am super happy with how these came out. It was worth every single minute of it. I had tons of fun doing it. And if you've got a pair of Air Force Ones that you're not really gonna miss, buy yourselves a multi-pack of Sharpies and just go mad on them. It was just such a zen experience because I had no idea what I was getting myself into. I had no idea how these were going to turn out. I was going in blind, but they still came out pretty nice. So let me know in the comment section down below if this is something you're going to try out for yourself. What do you think of these? What would you put on your custom Air Force Ones? And for anything else fashion related, please leave your comments in the comment section down below. So if you like this video, then you can give it a nice little like. If you want to subscribe and see if more of what I do, because I do a lot of fashion based stuff, lifestyle based stuff, and style based stuff, then you can by using a subscribe button that can be located anywhere on this web page here. And that is everything. Bye.